Ciao fellas, it's Natalie and I am back with a quick training on PayPal Zettle. So you may be wondering, what is PayPal Zettle, Natalie? Or you may be saying, tell me a little bit more about that. I think I heard something about PayPal here going away. You are correct. It is going away as of April 3rd of this year, 2023. So let me let you know up front that PayPal, Zettle, PayPal here are mainly used for point of sale transactions. It's called POS. So if you see the capital letters POS, that means point of sale. So if you don't vend or if you don't sell your jewelry in a way that you are using a POS, then this conversation may not be as relevant, but it's good information to know, because selling our jewelry, at a market or a fair or festival and using a point of sale system is like one of the sales funnels that can be very, lucrative if you get into the right vendor event, right? So I just want to kind of let you know that this PayPal Zettle replaces PayPal here. It really has no effect on your PayPal business account. Okay, I wanted to put that out there. So, and for you all who are new, I am a Paparazzi Accessories independent consultant, and I love doing trainings. I am a 22-year veteran home educator, mom of 5. We're down to the last of 5. 10th grade, y'all. Finishing up 10th grade. The other 4 have graduated on to college. I love doing training. I don't have all the answers. I just like sharing what I do find out. If it's helpful, it's a win-win for you and me both. Okay, so please like and subscribe, share as you have been doing. I appreciate that. And drop any comments or questions. I love to chat back and forth, and you may have something I can learn from. So please, 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 this is a mutual thing here. Okay, so I appreciate you all tuning in, and catch the other videos that I have here on my YouTube channel. So if you have PayPal here, you can continue using PayPal here until April 3rd. And then after that, they will no longer support that platform. So you're going to have to make a decision one way or the other. So let's talk a little bit about this whole process and PayPal Zettle. Okay. So I want to first start with pros and cons. Those are always good to start with, right? So I'm going to try to go through this pretty quickly because I don't want you all to be on here long, and it's late, like it's 10:05 at night. I still have on my church clothes, but anyway, I digress. Squirrel, okay. So the pros of PayPal Zettle, okay? The fees are cheaper than with PayPal here. Say what? Yeah, cheaper than with PayPal here. So let me back up a little bit. PayPal Zettle and PayPal here are apps, basically. They are systems that you can download as an app. All right, so just so you know that. So both of them had fees. I have PayPal here. I've used it for years at vendor events, particularly a lot before I got my Shopify store and started using my Shopify point of sale. But I still take my PayPal card reader and I still pop my app up just in case I have someone else taking payments for me or something like that. It's always good to have mutual forms of multiple, not mutual. That wouldn't be good, right? But multiple forms of payment. So if you've had PayPal here, you kind of know a lot about the whole app download and that whole process. So PayPal Zettle's not going to be terribly different, but there are some great features and some things to really consider. Okay, so what I wanted to say is I said the fees are less. So what does that mean by less, Natalie? Okay, I hear you. PayPal here fees were 2.7%. PayPal Zettle is going to be 2.29% and 9 cents. Okay, just that little 9 cents extra, right? So another pro, that's one, obviously the fees are less than PayPal here. What's another pro? Well, you can accept PayPal and Venmo QR codes. So that's really awesome. That means that someone has PayPal or Venmo, they can pull up their QR code, tap if you get the card reader that I'll talk about later, the chip and tap, if you have that card reader and you have a customer has PayPal, or they have Venmo, they go right to their PayPal or Venmo account, pull up their QR code, tap your phone, and bam, you get paid just like that. Okay, so that's really cool. Also, just like with PayPal here, digital wallet options like Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, and Google Pay can be used. So that's always cool because increasingly people are using their phone to just make payment through Apple Pay and Google Pay or tapping, right? So we know that that's just the way of the future. So it's something to learn if you aren't comfortable with it. I had to learn it. So, and I'm still kind of learning a lot about it, but my youngest one's like, Mom, just do your Apple Pay, right? And I'm like, okay, I'm getting it. So I'm just saying, if you're not there with me and I'm like, sounds like I'm talking gibberish, just hang in there. Okay. Just keep learning, keep researching. It will make sense. All right. Keep doing. All right. So now, of course, you have to have the chip and tap card reader, but we'll talk a little bit more about that. So what's really a big pro of PayPal Zettle is that now it has an inventory management capability that if you sync with, you can sync with, like it integrates with Shopify. There's a way to import. Yeah, I know everybody's like, oh no, importing something from Shopify, but it integrates supposedly fairly easily. I haven't used it. Transparent moment. I haven't used it, but it integrates fairly easily with Shopify. Okay, so also with QuickBooks. So if you use QuickBooks for your tracking your expenses and your income with this business, then QuickBooks integration. If you have BigCommerce, some people use BigCommerce, then it integrates with that. Another pro is, I think from what I read and research I've done, you get your money the same day, right? So that's always awesome, especially if you made money and you want to turn around and purchase some new releases, right? So one thing I always say that I did with PayPal here is I did get a PayPal business debit card, not a credit card, a business debit card. That allowed me to go to an ATM, withdraw money from my PayPal account. It allowed me to use it to purchase items. It allowed me to use it to purchase materials, merchandise. It allowed me to purchase, Paparazzi, our jewelry, right, in the back office. So a business card with PayPal is a good thing. If you had PayPal here, and you didn't have a business debit card, consider getting one because it is a nice extra to have. So those are the pros. I'm going to talk a little bit more about some more things in a minute, but the cons, if you're used to a cushy system where you got a lot of integrations going on, PayPal Zettle doesn't have that many integrations. What do integrations mean, Natalie? That means like the Shopify, which is one it does have. Integrations are like outside platforms, outside apps that do certain functions, and you want them to do the function in conjunction, in combination with PayPal Zettle. And so PayPal Zettle doesn't have that many integrations like some of these other platforms do. But that may not be a big con, because if you don't use a lot of integrations and you're still new and getting started, might not be a big deal, really. So I just want to let you know about that. Also, if you've started doing email marketing, I know I have one YouTube on here. I don't know if I've uploaded the Shopify email marketing YouTube that I did. I think it's there, but I need to check. Long day, y'all. But PayPal Zettle doesn't do email integration. So what does that mean? Doesn't mean you can't send those emails out, because that's another sales funnel. You're marketing your business, so you're going to send those emails out, right? But what it means is you probably have to subscribe to something like MailChimp, okay, as an example. And again, I need to put out a disclaimer. I'm not getting any money, no kickbacks, y'all. I know sometimes people want to say, oh, she's getting paid. She's talking about, no, I'm not getting paid. No one asked me to do this. This is something I just like to do, okay? So immediate approval for, you can download the PayPal Zettle app. That's immediate, right? You get immediate approval for online payments where people could pay you online. But if you want to use it for point of sale, it may take about 1 or 2 days to get the approval for using PayPal Zettle point of sale. Okay, so just so you know that. Now, how do you use this thing? Well, if you had PayPal here and you've used that, you use PayPal Zettle pretty much the same way. If you're going to use PayPal Zettle, then, and if you're going to use it at a vendor event for, where you need to take people's money versus people paying you directly into, your PayPal business account, then you need to purchase the card reader that goes with Zettle. Other card readers won't work. So like with PayPal here, I had a PayPal card reader that I got from them. So just like now with Zettle, you're going to have to purchase the card reader. So how much is that? Well, to get what's called a chip and I can talk today. A chip and swipe. That means when you stick your card in, the chip part goes in, or you swipe. Maybe it's because it's late. I can't talk. That's going to be $29 to purchase that type of card reader called a chip and swipe. And you need to purchase that card reader via PayPal. Don't go outside of PayPal because you're going to pay, I think it was like $79. So go through PayPal, paypal.com, and get that Zettle card reader for $29 if you want the chip and swipe version. But if you want to be able to accept those QR codes, and those digital wallet payments like Apple Pay, Google, and Samsung, you're going to need to get what's called the chip and tap. And that's $59.99. All right. You're going to download the app from your favorite, the store, right? Google Play or the App Store. And what you need to make a decision about is, do I want just the card reader and I have the app on my phone or your device, your tablet, your phone? Or do I want to have an all-in-one option? So what do I mean by an all-in-one option? That means, do you want an option where you have the app and the card reader all together? If you want that, then you're going to pay more. You're not going to choose that card reader for $29 or $59.99. Like I mentioned, you want to get what's called a terminal. And I'm going to show those real quickly. I'll share screen in a minute. You want to get the terminal. And the baseline for just the terminal is $199. But you can get one that has a built-in scanner, because remember, we out vending making our coins. So if you want the one that has a built-in scanner, it's going to be $239. Now, what's really great about these is that the terminal is Wi-Fi enabled with 3G, 4G network outside of Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi enabled. I realize a lot of people understand these terms and then some don't. So I'm just going to clarify in case you're one that's not quite understanding when I say Wi-Fi enabled. And that just means that the terminal has the capability to connect to Wi-Fi. So if you're out somewhere, public place where there's Wi-Fi available, or you want to do a oh gosh, now my memory, on your phone where you have access to a personal hotspot, then that means the terminal can pick up on those Wi-Fi options and work the way it's supposed to work. If you're outside of Wi-Fi, then the 3G, 4G network, it kicks in. So that's cool too. So the card reader, let's switch back because I was just talking about the terminal. The card reader that you would have, then you would have to have the app on your phone. So the options are app download on your phone, card reader, chip and swipe or chip and tap, 2 options, or you get the terminal, which has the app and the card reader function ability all in one, as well as it has a scanner if you want to pay a little bit more. Okay. So you just need to decide. If you choose the card reader, then that connects by Bluetooth. And of course, it works with both iOS and Android. Having said all this, let me show you the screen. Okay, just so you get a visual, you can go search all this, of course, yourself, right? I'm not sharing any rocket science that's not public knowledge at all. I realize that. But it helps, right? Sometimes people want to hear from somebody that explains it. So the card reader that I talked about, look at that baby. That's kind of cute. Looks like a calculator, right? Or the terminal over here. So you can see the card reader, $29. You can get an additional card reader. Say you have a couple of people helping you, right, at the vendor event, typically. Then you want to get extra ones. They're $79, right? And that's probably for the chip and swipe. It's going to be more, I would imagine, for chip and tap, and meaning additional ones, right? So, or the terminal $199, built-in barcode $239. So this is what I was talking about. So you can find out more by going to paypal.com or Google PayPal and Zettle. All the options will come up and you can click all here and learn just about everything that I am now sharing. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing. So the other thing is, what's my assessment? If you want to know. So if you're just starting out and you don't have Shopify as an example, then this might be worth it. But in the long term, it might be something you outgrow because Shopify enables you to do a whole lot of things for $29 for the Shopify Basic. That's the one I have. There are higher options, but I have Shopify Basic. It gives me the point of sale. I do email marketing. You can do automated email campaigns. You can do automations. I mean, you can have built-in apps and sales channels and all the things, right? So I actually like that with my Shopify. But if I were new and just starting out and I didn't have a Shopify, this might be something to think about in terms of using it the way that I use my Shopify, which is inventory management. That means my products that I purchased from Paparazzi, I want to track them so I'm selling and knowing what I have, right? And people shopping on my online store, shopbellablingbynatalie.com, and they are like ordering stuff and my inventory is not tight and I don't have it. So and inventory management is something that you're constantly working on, especially now that Premiere has come out. I am like going through my inventory and I'm making sure everything's tight and finding things that, oh man, I need to get rid of that, just all those kinds of things. And then I plan to upload to Premiere, but I'm not going to let go of my Shopify. And I do have a YouTube on here about Shopify, Premiere, and comments sold, in case you're like figuring it, trying to like, which one is what should I get? I give a pretty good idea of benefits of all three and why I'm still hanging with my Shopify, mainly because of Google SEO. And there's some Google SEO trainings on my YouTube channel as well. So it's something to consider. Now, if you already had PayPal here, getting the card reader for $29 and downloading the free app, that's not a bad idea. I plan to do that because I like to have multiple payment options when I'm out vending. Is it an extra expense? Yes. And, for my tax accountant says it's a write-off. You have to consult yours. But I think it's a smart move because I already have PayPal here. So I'm just going to download PayPal Zettle app and I'm going to purchase the $29 card reader at some point soon. But I wouldn't use it for inventory management because I already have Shopify. And Shopify does way more than what PayPal Zettle can do and what they offer. Will they expand? I think so at some point, but I don't know. It may be something for the future that you can consider. But if you're just starting out, you don't have Shopify, and you're like, oh, I need to manage my inventory and all these kinds of things, then definitely it's something that you want to consider. It is definitely something you want to consider. But again, none of this changes your PayPal business account. All right. That's separate. We're talking about a point of sale capability that now has inventory management, which PayPal here did not have. But both of them are mainly used for point of sale transactions. So your PayPal business account is not affected by this switch from PayPal here to PayPal Zettle. Okay, so go ahead and end this. If you have any questions, comments, I think I covered the down and dirty. If I forgot anything or you have insight, as always, let's learn together, right? So go ahead and share it here. And I appreciate you all sharing this out to your teams and anybody else that it will be helpful. I am trying to grow to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm gonna get there, because I do love sharing, things that I learn, and hopefully it's a blessing to you. Okay, so God bless you, and I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, and I appreciate all of your support. Okay, ciao, Bellas.